We can't get warm. It's horrible. Horrible. Even with the fire. Ooh, he started earlier. Even with the fire, we can't get warm. It's unbelievable. Just unbelievable. This isn't surviving anymore. It's hanging at death's door.
Two strangers, one man, one woman.
Oh,
Dropped into some of the most hostile environments on the planet.
this is disgusting.
I'm sore everywhere.
For 21 days with no food,
This is food?
Just the smell.
no water, no clothes,
It's a storm.
will put their survival skills to the ultimate test.
I hear noises. I'm scared.
And in this unique event that's been translated from French, two international survivalists will take on the 21-day challenge.
I can't take this anymore.
Oh, damn it.
This is not good.
It begins. Whoa!
This is Naked and Afraid for an Exchange. It starts in northern Croatia, in one of Europe's most primitive forests. Though it looks calm, it is inhospitable to humans, as it is home to large predators, such as bears, wolves, and wild boar, but also snakes and menacing insects, such as disease-carrying mosquitoes. Hidden in this dense forest are many poisonous plants and deadly fungi. There are extreme weather conditions, violent storms, downpours, and risks of flood are frequent at this time of year. Fluctuating temperatures from 86 degrees during the day to 50 degrees at night are difficult to bear for the human body and can lead to hypothermia. Both survivalists will have to adapt to this hostile environment, where danger, even unseen, is present throughout.
My name is Sarah. I'm 33 years old. I'm an actress, and I have two children. I came here to live an extraordinary adventure in the middle of the forest and to survive on my own. I think it's going to be legendary. I've always wanted to go on an adventure since I was a child. My grandparents often took me to the mountains of Morocco, where we had no water nor electricity. It was very basic. My mindset is my asset because I'm very optimistic. My children told me to see this through to the end. You can do this, Mom, you'll make it, you're the best. So I guarantee I will see this through. We turn up naked. I wanted to try living this way, the simplest way possible. It's nice out, so why not stay naked? I don't mind.
My name is Robin. I am 27 years old and I come from Gironde, France. I am single and I work as a primitive survival instructor. That means that I work with groups and demonstrate prehistoric handicrafts, such as starting fires and making knives, like they did in those times. I want to become naturally self-sufficient, so I took an interest in these kinds of techniques. What caught my interest here was that I could put myself to the test. I could test my skills in field conditions. My first impression of the environment is that it feels very familiar. The flora isn't foreign to me at all. On the contrary. I feel capable of living through this. If I didn't, I wouldn't have signed up for it. Getting naked in a forest is like a quest of what is essential. All of it stripped bare, like returning to our origins, maybe.
To participate in this challenge, experts have assessed the candidates on their survival skills in hostile environments. Based on their psychological and physical tests and their survival skills, experts calculated their primitive survival rating, or PSR. Sarah learned in the Moroccan mountains the primal basics of life. Thanks to her knowledge, she begins with a PSR of 6.8 out of 10. Robin, an expert in prehistoric life, is a veteran of wildlife survival. His perpetual contact with nature earns him a PSR of 8 out of 10. Experts will reevaluate these ratings at the end of the challenge.
Being able to get naked in the middle of the forest means I can test myself, test my limits, maybe.
Now I'm going to feel cold, I'm going to feel hungry, and my feet will hurt. We are naked strangers who are going to live together in the forest. It's up to me to try and make everything go smoothly.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm Robin.
I'm Sarah. It's a pleasure. When I finally met him, I thought, now I know who he is. He looks nice.
Okay, well, we're gonna be spending almost 3 weeks together.
Yes, I hope so, yes.
Well, she looks calm, clear-headed, I guess. She isn't exuberant or anything, but that's good. It's a good thing. Our bags are over there.
All right, let's go.
To survive in this primitive forest, they've each chosen an object to bring, essential to their survival.
So,
I brought a small axe.
something sharp, that's good. I brought cowhide.
A cowhide.
Yeah, cowhide.
When I see that cowhide, I can't help but wonder what it's for. I
Yep.
see.
It can act
big.
as a blanket, or as a rug, or even as a temporary shelter. It has thousands of uses. You
Of
can make
course.
sandals.
Oh,
The hardest will be building a fire.
I
But
see.
that's the challenge.
They have received a basic map of the area and a container. In this environment, it is impossible to craft a fire-resistant wooden container.
We can go now.
Let's begin the adventure.
Sarah and Robin's expedition begins with a 3-mile hike towards the closest access to water.
You weren't scared?
No.
Not nervous at the idea of just leaving it all? Surviving?
No,
Breaking
not at all.
routines?
It's fine. Come what may. Who cares? We only live once.
Sarah has dived headfirst into this challenge, but the real field experience and hostile survival conditions could quickly overwhelm her.
It's the best way to avoid these stinging nettles. I'm more careful with where I place my feet, especially where there are stinging nettles and bramble. We don't know what we could step on. It could be a snake or something else, like a small mushroom, and not realize it. Ah, there are thorns and branches here.
We could use the cowhide here
Yeah,
to avoid walking, to protect our feet.
it's pretty painful.
We can already clear this part. Watch out for the log right there.
My legs are shorter.
Oh, sorry.
This one's in the way. Thank you. The cowhide was a good idea. I didn't expect this when I saw the cowhide. I really thought he would bring a fire starter. But his item is really useful in many ways. Finally.
Yeah,
We've cleared the bramble for now.
I saw some chickweed. I saw some back there. It's a very good salad.
Robin, very observant, has already found an edible plant, a strong point at this stage.
Yes, snails. This is where the rain will be our ally in finding snails.
Snails?
These clematis can be roughly used as rope, but the knots are quite fragile.
We made a lot of stops because he observes plants regularly. He tries to find possibilities, what we could do with them. In any case, he's shown me a lot, and we stopped often to collect useful things to start a fire.
There's a lot. We won't have the time nor energy to do everything. It's important for me not to rush headfirst into things. I know we have a base camp to reach, but there's a method to survival, and I'm an opportunist. I prefer taking all I see that can be useful and that we might not find at the camp. It's better to plan ahead.
I've stepped on something again. It was slimy. I stepped on something slimy. It was either a frog or a slug. Or I don't want to know.
I'm useless at hunting.
I can take care of hunting.
Really?
Yeah,
You should have opened with that.
hunting and fishing. Both.
Really?
Yes. I can do that. No problem.
Great. Look at that tree trunk.
Which one?
I think that might be on the map.
We're nearly there.
After a 5-hour hike, Sarah and Robin have reached an area on the map in the middle of lush vegetation.
This is great. We're here. The worst is over.
I suggest we leave our things in here.
In order to find a good shelter site, Sarah and Robin take the time to explore this danger-ridden area. The primitive forest is home to many large predators, like bears and wolves, hostile towards humans. There are also wild boar, water snakes, vipers, and numerous insects, like the fearsome mosquito. Worse still, this biotope's climate nearing summer is a survival issue due to extreme temperature fluctuations between day and night. The main risk would be hypothermia, making shelter a priority for Sarah and Robin.
This looks good.
Not bad. Clearly, there's a lot of potential here. We just have to get our act together. This is a good place, right next to the water.
I think we are going to have to get a move on with building our shelter. Once that's done, we have to quickly try starting our fire. There's a lot to do.
The shelter's structure is barely set up, but Robin decides to start the fire anyway, knowing that in the forest, night falls abruptly.
Problem is that it's wet. There will only be one attempt because I am missing some raw materials. This is dry enough. I know what I'm missing. I have the strap, which I cut out from the cowhide, but not the bow. To build a fire, all I have for now is what we picked up on the way. I have the spindle, the fireboard, and I have what I need to make the bow, no problem. Even the hide to make rope, which I know works fine. That really is the hardest thing to find in the forest,
It's a relief to sit down.
right? Don't tire yourself out.
I'll watch you work.
Very well.
Spinning a vertical spindle on a piece of wood creates embers, but this technique requires strength and agility, and the air humidity makes it difficult.
It's starting to smoke. We're good. We'll need sawdust. It's only a matter of time now. Even if I've kind of mastered the technique, this is the first time I'm doing it for real, where I really need fire, and this is the only way to do it.
Right now, we're starting the fire. We haven't quite finished the shelter. It's becoming urgent. We are overrun by insects. We really need to get the fire going.
It's been over 2 hours since Robin started on the fire.
It's starting to smoke. I think we're good. I can't see it. I don't think it's there.
It's not?
We're screwed. It's starting to smoke. I think we're good. I can't see it. I don't think it's there.
It's not?
We're screwed. Wait, there it is. It's there.
It's there?
There it is.
I
So
see
now, you can see it?
it. I can see it on camera. There, do you see it?
Yeah, but now, This is most delicate step since, well... It's wet. I knew, considering what I had, that I only had one shot at starting the fire.
It's taking. It's starting.
I'm very happy. This is a high point for me. It's magical to think that with just a few sticks, if we need fire, we can make it. It's a great achievement and a relief to finally have light. You don't know how important light is until you're in the dark. At least we won't freeze to death tonight. I'm beat. I'm going to sleep. I hope tomorrow I'll be well rested. Anything to add?
Same for me, I'm fried. So, for this evening, well, for tonight, we'll stop here. We're going to sleep, and tomorrow will be better.
Though Robin and Sarah made a fire, they did not finish their shelter. In this forest, temperatures go down quickly during the night.
It must be around 4 a.m. We didn't sleep very well, because we had to stoke the fire regularly. It's cold. We managed to add wood to the fire regularly, but we still have a long way to go.
I feel strangely rested, considering how little we slept. It will catch up to us tonight, you'll see. That first night, it was cool. We got the fire going, so it did help a bit. We managed to have a bit of light.
This morning, Sarah is focused on another survival essential.
I came to get water and also wash up a bit. I feel really dirty. My hands are all smudged.
Water is crucial for survival in order to prevent dehydration. Sarah and Robin are right to boil it, for it is imperative to kill all bacteria before drinking it.
It almost tastes like tea in the end. That feels nice. We boiled it right away. He was parched, and I was getting thirsty too. This is where we realize fire, water, and staying alive.
In survival situations, when a problem is solved, another often shows up.
This morning, we decided to build a roof, which wouldn't leak too much. I went exploring a bit. And as I was picking clémentines, I found this place. It's really flat and ideal to build our shelter. There are lots of fern back there. It's perfect. Well, here should be really nice.
Robin takes the initiative to change campsites to a place where they can build a more isolated and comfortable shelter.
There's everything there. It's light and airy over there. Here, it's hard with all the leaks, whereas there, it's clear cut. We'll put up 2 sections, not too big, and then we'll put 2 lean-to walls, like this.
Yeah.
The priority is to bring back the cowhide, the pot, and the fire, okay? Our mission, having shelter by the end of the day.
Yeah.
And more if we have time.
It has to be done anyway. There are only 2 of us, be it him or me. We each have tasks to fulfill. Even if we have to make several trips, it doesn't matter. The most important is that he found fern for our roof. And that's what was missing in our last camp, fern to seal the holes.
Sarah and Robin are starting on a thatched roof structure, which they will cover with tree fern. It is the simplest shelter to build in this forest.
We have to get rid of the flies. They're laying eggs.
Yeah.
We should check to see if they lay their eggs in the fur, but not in the hide.
Though this spot is ideal for survival, it is infested with flies. These insects, harmless at first glance, transport many bacteria and can cause serious illness such as typhoid or tuberculosis. But Robin seems to take this problem lightly.
Worst case scenario, we can eat them.
For fishing? There are no fish.
Or to eat the flies.
It's a shame because we have to sleep on it. We have lots of bugs, like flies, mosquitoes, ticks. All those fun things. I hope this is going to end soon. Because flies are fine for a while, but after a while, it becomes annoying.
The flies are strongly drawn to sweat, which they consume, and they can significantly damage the leather. Robin and Sarah will have to keep the cowhide dry.
I love this spot. Everything is at hand. A ferny area right there to cover our roof, and it's flat. I think we managed to make the hut not too big. It's a good size. Overall, I'm happy.
My feet look like nettles. I've been stung all over.
Covered in splinters and in pain, Sarah's feet worry her.
That's it. I should have brought tweezers. We wouldn't have cut wood with them, though.
I'm more tired than I was this afternoon because I keep walking on these damn splinters and it causes a constant pain. We also haven't eaten. That makes all the little things more irritating.
It prickles?
When you touch. Yeah, but that's not the worst. This is the worst. The typically worst possible spot. Splinters here are the worst.
Under the toe.
It happens.
This one bothers me the most.
The combination of fatigue and foot pain finally gets to Sarah.
You don't realize because you wear shoes every day. But your feet are really very fragile. I really understand that now. I think a part of my fatigue and lack of energy comes from the fact that my feet are very soft and it hurts a lot. I think of my daughter to cheer myself up. Because it's very hard. She told me, "You'll make it to the extraction, Mom. You'll make it." But it really is very painful.
I was wondering if we could make sandals out of clematis. But the cowhide would work just as well. She must not be used to walking barefoot. I can't help thinking it's becoming urgent to make shoes out of the cowhide. The blade doesn't cut as well as before.
Touched by Sarah's distress, Robin decides to act and uses his cowhide once more to make shoes for both of them.
He saw my feet were completely shredded. And then It was really nice of him to do so. He has this kindness which must be inherent to his character.
Look at this. It's trendy.
Is it tight enough to walk with?
Yeah.
You put them on that side?
Yeah.
I would have worn the fur on the inside.
I'll see how comfortable it is. If I can't walk, I'll change it back and put the string the other way.
Yeah.
It's funny. They're pretty, yeah?
Did you place the white at the top on purpose?
Nope. That's it.
Relying on his survival skills, Robin handles the problems as they come up. In these survival situations, any solution to a problem is akin to a victory.
There's something walking nearby. It made a little noise. What is it?
I don't know exactly.
We'll see.
Oh no.
Get out of here!
Hey, hey, hey!
Hey, hey, hey!
There's something walking nearby. It made a little noise. What is it?
I don't know exactly.
Hey, hey, hey!
Get out of here!
Ow, ow!
Yeah! Shoot, shoot!
I think we heard the wild boar grunt last night, but we didn't see anything. Nothing came close. We went back to sleep.
The wild boar smelled human presence and could be a threat. But right now, Sarah is dealing with a more immediate risk. During the night, temperatures dropped below 59 degrees.
First things first, we have to seal up the shelter.
Yeah, we do.
Because the cold is just...
You're cold?
My feet are frozen.
We have to stoke the fire.
My feet are frozen. Yeah, my toes are blue. In this environment, my weakness is the cold. Because I feel it a lot. More than Robin in any case.
To ward off the cold, Robin keeps moving. He and Sarah haven't eaten in over 48 hours. While exploring the surroundings, Robin makes a pleasant discovery.
I had initially gone to get nettles, but how could I resist? I'm taking a bit of a raspberry tax here. We'll be able to pick a lot because most are already falling off. It's lucky we have these.
Considering our situation, it's a godsend. It's a vitamin shot in the arm
Yeah.
when you can't sleep. I'm really glad to have these. Morale has improved, mainly thanks to the little breakfast raspberries.
When you come across a field of raspberries, well, it's easy to forget all the other things. The dietary intake from the fruits, considering we ate more or less a handful of each, is more for morale than hunger. In any case, still a bit of sugar and so on. It was pleasurable.
The raspberry supply of sugar and vitamins leads to renewed energy.
We can't just make do with picking raspberries and eating plants. We do still need an adequate amount of protein to hold throughout the day and to plan for tomorrow and the next day and so on. So this afternoon we planned on setting several traps.
That way.
Yeah, if it falls in the river. Logically, any animal living here will come drink at the river. At some point during the day or night, they have to cross the river.
I don't know what's in this forest. There could be rodents or even quapis if they live in this region. I'm a bit doubtful as I've never set any traps before. I'm not a hunter or trapper or anything. But I'd really like for it to work because I really like to eat. Go on. I'm optimistic.
Always. With the bank.
I'm not as optimistic as you, though.
You must try.
Watch your hands.
On day 4, Robin and Sarah continue their efforts to trap food.
I'm looking for a rock. I found one.
Yeah? We can set a trap then. I know we need to eat. We have to be able to put up with the cold and the calories we keep burning. You want to try with yours or mine?
Mine.
Okay, because mine keeps slipping.
Can you hold it?
Go on. Is it notched?
Looks like it. Okay, can you place a raspberry while I hold the rock? Careful. Are you okay?
That was my face.
Did I hit you?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's fine.
It could have been your eye. Okay, let's leave this here.
Yeah,
I'll carry this one. You have the pot?
I do. We have to take care of each other. And if we aren't careful from the start, then things can get tense very quickly. The relationship can easily become tense.
Fatigue and hunger push them into making careless, costly mistakes. And now, things become even more demanding as the weather begins to deteriorate.
It's leaking from all sides.
Of course. Are there other holes to plug?
There.
No, I meant the other side.
Here.
Where?
I'll show you. Come. Okay, look. It's leaking here. And here.
Have you got them?
How many are there?
3. You missed one.
It's leaking all over. We didn't have time to reinforce it.
The shelter will always need upgrades. If it isn't entirely waterproof. Unless we sacrifice countless trees for strips of bark. To make tiles, I don't see how to make it any better.
I'm really worried that by tonight, the cowhide might not be dry. If it's not dry enough, we won't be able to use it. We're drenched, and so is the blanket.
During this time of year, in May and June, thunderstorms are frequent, and it rains incessantly. This is a new, psychologically trying ordeal for Sarah and Robin.
As soon as the wind picks up, the fire moves every which way. And we can't really get warm. I don't feel very good. I ache all over. That's how it is. I'm tired, really tired. I can't sleep because it's so cold. This is the worst moment of my life. I've never lived anything like this. I can't continue like this.
We have to fix this draft quickly.
Especially if we don't want to stay up all night again. It rained all night. We managed to sleep at most an hour, and intermittently. It was a nightmare, just horrible. We had to sleep on the floor because the cowhide was soaked. I've never been this intensely cold in my life. Are we gonna leave this completely open?
For now, yes. I explained it to you last night. You didn't hear?
No, I didn't.
I'll try to fit branches together like
Yeah.
this. Even if I have to strengthen it at the corners and make a kind of square braided door, which can be
Okay.
placed on top. Last night, the cowhide was totally soaked. So we tried putting it on a tripod overnight to dry, but we didn't sleep on it. It was ice cold. We don't know what our next night will be like. We do have a bit more protection, but it's very basic. We added a wall which helps in stopping the wind a bit. That was our main problem, the wind. There we go.
Tonight we'll sleep well, and tomorrow we'll be in tip-top form. You'll see. It's the middle of the night. There's a lot of wind. It's freezing cold. And to top it off, it just started raining. Also, the cowhide is still soaking wet. We can't get warm. It's horrible, horrible. Even with the fire, we can't get warm. It's unbelievable. Just unbelievable. This isn't surviving anymore. It's hanging at death's door.
The next day, after the storm, temperatures have dropped significantly. To ward off the cold, Robin has gone out to cut some wood.
The biting cold is paralyzing, and fatigue affects us a lot too.
Sarah, listless under the cowhide because of vast fatigue and lack of food, is completely exhausted.
We each have a frailty and a weakness. Everybody is different. We each have a body that will function differently. And for me, it's just not working out. I'm getting to the stage of major weakness. My body, I mean, not my mind, just my body. And I can't help but wonder if I will be able to get through the next night.
She took that first cold snap badly. And the rain and the fatigue are just the icing on the cake.
I don't feel I am strong enough, nor have the energy to go on.
So that's that. Sarah has just told me she decided to leave. She's apparently thought about it for the past few days, but this is her breaking point. She's cold, she misses her children, all that. I'm a bit surprised. It feels a little sudden. I thought she would hang on a bit longer, but I also understand her decision. You didn't think of me, did you?
Of course I did.
What did you conclude? What did you conclude?
That you would maybe manage better on your own. You would probably get warm easier.
You didn't even talk to me about it.
This is a decision. I can't make it for you, and you can't make it for me. If I don't feel well, then I don't feel well.
Well, I don't have anything to say to that. A part of me can't help but think it's a shame. Well, either way, if you stay or if you leave, I don't think I need to say it out loud. You get it. I'm really happy to have been partnered with you.
Robin is shocked. He's very surprised and told me he didn't expect me to just give up. He doesn't understand how hard it is for me. Going as far as giving up means I am really suffering a lot.
Don't you want your shoes?
I don't think I need them anymore.
Don't you want your shoes?
I don't think I need them anymore. I've got to think this through. What kind of example would that give my children if I give up? Most importantly, my family has a creed. When you start a race, you must cross the finish line. Even if you have to crawl, you must cross it in the end.
You're staying?
Yeah. I promised my daughter I'd go all the way. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. That's what changed my mind into staying. That's what kept me going. I told myself, in any case, come what may.
After 1 week of surviving, Sarah will not be giving up on her partner, nor on this challenge, and will forge on, staying true to her family's values.
I'm glad she's staying. We've started this together and we must finish it and go all the way to the extraction.
As the days go by, the bad weather calms down, but temperatures are still low. Sarah and Robin attempt to maintain daily activities, going from retrieving logs of wood to picking raspberries. All this interspersed with many naps, wrapped up in the cowhide to keep warm. They are both aware that they cannot keep pushing on like this. Because of the cold, they burn a lot of calories. To maintain body heat, it is becoming vital to eat more than just a few berries. Robin presses on to find something to carry them through.
Physically, hunger is making me weak. It can become painful, that line between hunger and the need to eat. We're determined not to feel our hunger, and yet, when my mind wanders, it always goes back to food. It's not that I need to eat, I've lost some weight. And I feel I'm not as energetic as I usually can be.
With only 1 week until extraction, Sarah and Robin are desperate for a food source. Amidst pangs of hunger, Robin decides to make beechwood bread. The inner bark is edible, and this practice is common in the nearby region of Scandinavia.
I'm about to collect some beech bark to try to eat some phelan and cambium. I'm really only doing this because we're in a dire survival situation. At any other time, this is really not. This is really only something you do when you desperately need to eat. So yeah. I scraped the phloem with the axe into as thin a powder as possible. And then I compacted the powder into a kind of pancake. It's like a batter of water and flour. I spread this batter and baked it directly in the ashes. I cooked both sides and then we ate it. Here it is, the bark bread.
Let's try it.
There's beech and maple tree bark.
Really?
Yeah,
Is it overcooked?
it might be. The beech is lighter than the maple. It's okay.
It kind of tastes like, when you chew licorice.
The sap sweetens it,
It's a tiny cookie.
like a slightly sweet, not so sweet pastry.
Yeah. A Breton cookie we forgot to put sugar in.
And no butter.
Yeah.
Because a Breton cookie without butter, it's unheard of.
It's very filling and it's full of starch. That's probably why I feel better today.
I'm glad this is nearly over.
Me too. I won't lie and say, this is great. I can live here forever. Here.
Being together is an additional victory. We managed to put up with each other. We went through many things together. And we learned to accept each other in spite of our differences. And thanks to that, we'll be able tomorrow to manage that last step in our adventure. It's going to be a really long walk to the extraction point.
Take the big ones there. We wanted to pick raspberries and start off on the right foot tomorrow morning. So we could have a small stock of fructose to replenish our energy.
Pick everything you can for tomorrow.
I'm taking back some of these raspberry seeds to plant back at home. Like that, these raspberries will grow. And my children can taste this particular variety, so they can share a little bit of my adventure. That's what I'll do.
There it is. This is tonight's little raspberry harvest. We'll be needing it for tomorrow. We're sure to have breakfast, so we can replenish our energy and push to the end. Goodbye, little fire. You've been very useful.
We liked you a lot.
We were lucky you didn't die.
Yeah. Let's go.
Come on.
Goodbye, little shelter.
Sarah and Robin will need to work twice as hard after 3 weeks of survival. To leave the forest, they will need to hike 3 miles and cross steep hills that are difficult to reach to get to the extraction point, signifying the end and achievement of their adventure.
I'm happy to leave. I'm glad I came and spent some time here. And I'm glad to leave. All good things must come to an end.
Robin might be celebrating too soon. The hard part is yet to come.
We're trying to watch our step as much as possible, but it's causing us to lose track of our direction.
Do you realize we're making our way back to civilization now?
I'm worried we're heading away from civilization. This doesn't feel right. Logically, we've passed the second one. Hold on. We should be around here logically. There's this part left, but it looks flat.
It looks like it's downhill.
Yeah, around here. But then we go uphill?
Or it's farther up. I don't know.
It's unclear. Should we backtrack?
We've got to keep searching for the peak. Let's go crazy and climb then.
No, I think we need to keep going this other way.
The other way? I just can't tell anymore.
I don't know. This is my nightmare. I think we're lost.
After already hiking over 5 miles, Robin and Sarah have lost their trail and are struggling to find their way.
I think this is the ridge. We need to go up there, okay?
Okay.
That peak, there. We've tested our limits, I think.
Yeah.
Look at that view.
The wind.
It's too cold to stay.
Let's keep moving. We don't have time to sightsee. We need to seek shelter.
Raspberries?
One fell to the floor.
Robin and Sarah will need the energy for their final ascent.
I'm a bit scared because if I trip, I fall back down to the bottom. So I try to grab onto any small root I can find. And any small branch I can reach. I'm a little scared, but I tell myself, if you look down, you'll be scared, so look up. In any case, you have to go up. Your path is not down, so just go up. I'm so out of breath, we've been walking for eternity. But I really have to keep going. Nobody can do it for me. So, I have to do it.
I think we're almost at the peak.
It better be. I can't take much more.
Yes, we made it to the top.
I think I hear a vehicle.
Me too. It sounds like our ride home. I was savoring the moment just for myself. I didn't feel the need to shout it to the world. I was just there, alive.
That was my goal, to cross that finish line. Seeing the extraction car there for us, that was the finish line.
Come on.
S'en fout. Yeah, on l'a fait.
We did.
I want my children to be able to say, she succeeded, she did it. That's my mom.
After 3 weeks of extreme survival in this primal forest, Sarah and Robin have reached their objective, completing this adventure together. At the end of this challenge, Robin lost 22 pounds. He kept a cool head throughout and did not stop moving forward. Taking into account his determination and his adaptability, experts increase his primitive survival rating from an 8.0 to an 8.5. Sarah lost 15 pounds and almost gave up, but she managed to find her inner drive and keep going in spite of setbacks, rainstorms, and frosty nights. Taking into account her strength of character and her adaptability, experts adjust her PSR from 6.8 to 7.2. Sarah and Robin stood and worked together to the end, forming a strong bond that got them through, naked and afraid.